Somebody DM'd me and said, I'd like to volunteer my mum for a night with you. Yeah.
Oh.
That.
Not offering up mom.
Yeah, that threw me all the way off. That was insane.
I am Poet Taylor, and welcome to the Audacy Sound Space at the Hard Rock Hotel in New York City. And today, we are joined by a rising force who's given us Billboard Rookie of the Month and BET-nominated energy in the same breath. From East London roots to European stages and steamy visuals that light up timelines here, there, and everywhere. She's reshaping what it means to move through R&B with softness, fire, and pen game precision. Her remix of Worst Behavior with Kehlani has everyone talking, and her latest single, Do What I Say, let's just say it's not asking twice. This isn't just a moment. This is K1, and she's pulling up on the mic with heat, heart, and high frequency. Welcome.
Did you write that yourself?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's the best introduction I've ever had.
Oh, this is already off to a good start.
That was a great introduction. Thank you.
So you've already clocked 84 million streams, shut down cities with Kehlani, and dropped a single that basically said, I'm not asking twice. When you're writing tracks like Worst Behavior or Do What I Say, are you channeling a moment, a mood, or just letting folks know that they need to either step up or step off?
Probably all three. Yeah, probably all three. I like to just get straight to the point, which is crazy because I'm actually a shy person. I'm a bit introverted until you break me down and get to know me. So I put it all out in my music. Yeah.
That's so wild to hear because there's a steamy confidence in the tracks that you drop that kind of be like, look at me, touch this, and everything in between. But yet your delivery still holds a vulnerability. How do you protect your softness while owning your power both in the booth and on stage?
I don't know. I think it's just in me because, like I said, I'm shy. I'm not shy, but I'm just quiet. I'm not shy. I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm not shy, but I keep myself to myself. I'm the person in the back of the room being very observant of everyone around me. But I think the confidence just comes from me just being myself and not letting anybody steer me away from who I am and who I'm trying to be. So yeah, I think it's just in me for real.
And we definitely feel it in everything that you present to us. Now we're counting down finally to this EP. It feels like it's hitting on a different frequency just a little bit. With the buzz, the visuals, and your voice. And can't forget the head bops and, all those good things. What's the mission behind the project? What do you hope people feel when they press play and it starts?
I think I just want people to feel the passion that I've put into it and like the hard work that I've put into it. I've been working on it for like a year and a half now. But it's just a body of work that I genuinely love. It's just a load of songs that I hope people will like. I didn't go into it with like a concept in mind or anything like that. It was just like, I want quality over quantity. So yeah, I'm just passionate about it and I just hope people like it. And if they don't like it, then oh well,
I mean, well, there's not much that we ain't gonna like. You dropped Worst Behavior. That remix did more than, I don't know, it wasn't what I expected, but it felt like it was everything that I needed. From the lyrics to the visuals. And the chemistry with Kehlani was just like A1. Did you know that it would break the internet the way that it did when you dropped it? Was that like the intent, or were you even like, good Lord?
Nah, we definitely knew. As soon as we came up with the idea for the video, we were like, it's obviously gonna do something to the world. But yeah, no, the response was insane. I'm super grateful for it. Obviously, there's been some bad stuff, but all of the good stuff is like overwritten, all of that. So yeah.
Speaking of Worst Behavior, what's been the wildest reaction you've gotten from a fan interaction or in your DMs now that visual is, well, everywhere?
Somebody DM'd me and said, I'd like to volunteer my mum for a night with you. Yeah.
Oh.
That.
Not offering up mom.
Yeah, that threw me all the way off. That was insane. Yeah, that's probably the craziest one I've had.
I don't even know how I respond.
Yeah, insanity.
Insane. Now, keeping up with you, this chemistry, the Crash World Tour with Kehlani. How surreal was that moment for you? I was following your diary logs, and the one that touched me the most was when you performed at home.
Yeah.
To see your parents crying. I was crying for you, and I wasn't even there. Can you take me back to that moment? I know you and Kehlani have been friends for a minute, but when you walked on stage, like, it's one thing to be everywhere else, but home?
Yeah, no, it was a crazy feeling, I can't lie. Even before, like, I was like, I didn't know whether I was nervous or not. I think I was more nervous about my family being there, right there in front of me, rather than the whole stadium of people. It was just amazing. The last time they had seen me perform was maybe like back in school or college. So for them, it was incredible. And I just know they were so proud. And that's the only reason why I'm doing this, for real. So it was just great to see them there and just like have all that support there for me.
You know, you've mentioned that your family life has always kind of been like that. You have siblings. I think life is better with siblings. Who else am I going to get in trouble with? But what was it like to be in a household where you beating on pots and pans or making a beat was encouraged in a world where most of the time
It's
parents
crazy.
are like, shut up, cut that noise down.
One Christmas, I can't remember what Christmas it was, but this was back when like Nintendo Wii was the thing, and my mum and dad bought me a drum kit for the Nintendo Wii. And obviously, you know, when you get presents for Christmas, the next day you just want to wake up and play with them straight away. And I remember my sister saying to me, if you wake up and bang that drum before I'm awake, I'm gonna kill you. But nah, they loved it, man. I was always, like you said, beating on pots and pans, tapping pens. My dad is like super musical, so he always encouraged me. My mum was always like, keep it down, keep going, but keep it down. And my sisters, they love singing. Like my eldest sister, she used to sing back in the day. It's just, yeah, my whole family is super supportive. It doesn't matter what we do. Everybody's just like, we just hold each other so close. So yeah.
What's a part of home that you take with you now that you're traveling and hitting all these cities and countries? What's a part of home that you make sure is with you so that maybe when you get to missing home on the road, you have it?
I'm so grateful for FaceTime. I'm so grateful for FaceTime. Yeah, I try and FaceTime my mom every day. I got a niece and nephew as well that I'm missing so much. But yeah, I try not hold on too much, because then I start getting emotional, you know what I mean? And it's like I have to keep working, but I just have to keep reminding myself that I'm doing this not just for me but for them as well, you know what I'm saying? So I think that keeps me going more than anything.
And although for you it is for your family, your niece, your nephew, there's now like a whole village of folks that feel very seen in the way that you're walking in your purpose and using your magic, and also heard. What does that feel like you just turned 25? I was trying to think about what I was thinking at 25. I ain't that much older than 25. But I was trying to think of where I was mentally and emotionally at 25. So to be in this space and to have all of that also in this new year with you, how are you navigating that and how does that feel?
It does feel like a little bit of pressure sometimes. But I think my whole life I've really carried around just do you and be unapologetically yourself. That's the message that I'm trying to give out to everybody. I don't never put a label on myself or anything like that. It's just like, I'm me, take me as I am. And I hope that other people do that as well. I think in this day and age, we worry too much about social media. We worry too much about what other people think of us. Yeah, we got to start loving ourselves first rather than letting other people give us that fuel for ourselves, you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah.
Well, I mean, when you walk in your purpose and you be you,
exactly.
You get BET nominations for Best New International Act. Huge. Just huge. Did it feel like the world was finally catching up to what you was already putting down? And who was the first person you called when you realized that nomination came in?
I called my manager. And I said, is this real? Well, I didn't know that BT had like the international Instagram page and stuff. So I was like, I don't know if this is legit or not.
Scam.
No, literally, I was like, I don't know what this is. And I called my manager and I was like, is this real? She's like, I think it is. And I was like, holy. I was with my sister at the time actually. But yeah, no, I'm just so grateful, man. And to get nominated for International Act, that's when I was like, oh, okay. I'm reaching places now. It's not just home, or it's not just America, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the world. So yeah, I'm super grateful.
Has it all just like, have you had time to like sit in it yet?
Not really. I think on my birthday, I woke up on my birthday. My birthday is April. And when I woke up on my birthday, I just cried my eyes out for like an hour in bed because I was just like, this is so different to last year. Like, there's so much going on in a good way. I'm so much happier. Work is going great. Family is doing great. You know what I'm saying? Health is doing great. I was just like, this is amazing. It's just so different. Not even to where I was that time last year, but even like 6 to 8 months ago, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just very, very grateful, and I just don't want to stop now. I just want to keep it going. So yeah.
Well, you can't stop now.
No,
you got too much to give us. I feel like you're also a really great walking testimony for folks who are trying to find how to navigate their dream. I remember the story you told of you and your manager and selling worse behavior to get the money to get it mixed and mastered. I don't think sometimes people hear those stories.
Trust.
We see the awards, and of course you being Billboard's Rookie of the Month, but what do those moments mean as you stand in this space now?
I'm grateful for those moments because it pushed me to work harder. I think if we didn't go through like those tough periods, I don't think I would be sitting here today. I think they are what make you, it can either make you or break you, them type of things, you know what I'm saying? And like I was signed before to a different label, and then I got dropped, and then I was working a job whilst I was at that label, and it was just like, it was a lot. I had to sell my car because I didn't have the money to pay for my car, and then yeah, it was just a lot. But like, I'm grateful for those times, as hard as they were, and like in those times I didn't realize what they were gonna do, those times were gonna do for me. But I'm just grateful for them now. I feel like that's the only word I say these days is grateful. But yeah,
I think you have a lot to be grateful for. I feel inspired watching you. I was in the comment section of a live that you did. Somebody was like, look at our baby, because we've now claimed you, went from working at Amazon to performing on an Amazon stage. Like those moments. So with all that, and knowing that you did Worst Behavior the Beat while you were on IG Live, how do you manage your relationship now with social media to make sure it doesn't mess with you mentally or dim your light and things of that nature? Because I'm finding that we as fans or extended family ask a lot of our artists. It's like a constant want.
I think I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with social media, to be honest with you. I remember like TikTok, I was always so against TikTok. Like, oh, nah, I don't want to put up like little videos. I put my phone up and do a fit check. I didn't want to do all of that. But when the views started coming in, I was like, all right, cool, we got to keep going. But I don't know, I just don't let it take over my world, you know. My manager's always calling me like, you need to post, repost stories, and I'm just like, that's not necessarily who I am outside of being an artist, so I'm not gonna like force it, you know what I'm saying? I just do me, for real. I just do me. But yeah,
when you're doing you for not necessarily the young folks, because I feel like some of the more seasoned folks could probably take a note or two, what are some tools that you lean on when it does get rough? I would like to believe that your life is all unicorn farts and rainbows, but I don't think that's the case. So when it does get heavy for you, are there things that you do to recenter yourself, realign, refill your cup?
Spend time with my family. That's most of my life. If I'm not in the studio, I'm with my niece and nephew, I'm with my sisters, with my mom. That is how I recharge. Like, there's so much love. My family are so tight knit and so close. That's exactly how I recharge. I just stay with them, man. Yeah, that's really my fuel. I don't really have hobbies outside of music. I go out a little bit. I like play pool with the boys, or I like Lego. Lego's super therapeutic for me. Or I go to the gym. Gym's the only time my manager doesn't bother me. The only time anybody doesn't bother me. I can just put my phone in my pocket and just get to it for an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's the only time like I don't think about work. But spending time with my family is definitely how I recharge.
I love that. And before we wrap this, I want you to think of K1 in the bedroom, loading videos on TikTok, trying to figure out how life is going life. How do you think she'd feel about seeing the K1 that stands before us today?
I think she would just say, well done, girl, you did it. I always knew, I keep saying this, like I manifested this and I dreamt of it for so long, and I kept asking for this. So I'm like, when now I'm here and like I'm still going up, I'm just like, just keep going, keep tunnel vision, keep your head focused, keep your head down but chin up, and just keep going. Like the drive for me is different. There's a different sort of fire in my belly. So I think the younger me would just be like, keep doing it, just keep going and don't stop. So yeah.
Please don't. We got an EP that we waiting on. Are we ready to drop a
Absolutely.
title and a date? I'm just saying, I like exclusives too. Can I be in your business? Wait, management looking over here like, don't be in our business.
End of June.
End of June?
Yeah.
I will take that. I will definitely take that. I so appreciate you sitting down with me today.
Thank you for having
me. And taking a moment for me. So again, live from the Audacy Soundstage, K1, thank you for coming through with the heat.
Thank you.
And being so vulnerable and transparent today. I appreciate that.
Good.
You made it clear you're not just making tracks, you're setting the tone. And for everyone listening, watching, following, if you have not caught the wave yet, now's your chance, because I don't see anything but it going up from here. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Enjoy that video? See more interviews, more performances, and more of your favorite artists by subscribing and downloading the free Audacy app.